What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And today, I will be talking about my one musical scene. If you don't know, it is a YouTube collaboration currently going on where YouTubers, or just people with YouTube channels, will pick a scene from a movie that used music and talked about it. Nando V Movies created this, and if you want to make a video, then email it to him or comment on one of his videos or something. Honestly, I don't really know how to approach this video or what to pick. I didn't get a lot of ideas at once, but then when I started thinking, things such as these popped into my mind. The scene from Mission Impossible: The Rogue Nation, the beginning of Iron Man, any part of The Dark Knight that uses its iconic score, Ice Dance from Edward Scissorhands, Batman vs. Superman, True Lie, or I think that's what it's called. The parachuting scene from Godzilla 2014, Apocalypse Now, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Batman, Requiem for a Dream, Jaws, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Jurassic Park, Inception, of course, Man of Steel, and Top Gun. And then I checked the playlist, which all these videos are supposed to be housed in, and I was surprised that I didn't come up with this earlier, since it is, of course, my favorite film, Baby Driver. But what do I see? Lo and behold, some little just made a video about the greatest soundtrack scene in that movie. So, I guess I was too late. Next best thing was Apocalypse Now, the beginning of Apocalypse Now, which plays the song in the end by The Doors, which is my second favorite movie. The only thing is, literally 2 days ago, I had made a video about Apocalypse Now, and a portion of that video is dissecting the lyrics of This Is the End and its meaning towards the film. So, I am currently lost. Oh wait, I know. Pulp Fiction. What better way to follow up my last YouTuber collaboration? Well, not my last one, my second to last one. You know, the one that actually got more than 9 views, about Quentin Tarantino, then to do Tarantino's next movie. If you don't know, last time I talked about Reservoir Dogs. This time, I will be talking about Pulp Fiction. As long as somebody else doesn't, in the next 5 seconds, already make a video about Pulp Fiction. I am praying to God right now. This film is iconic. This scene is iconic. And in a film full of iconic scenes, this one sticks out in my head, and most other people's head, as the defining moment of this movie. Why is that? What is its significance? First, I'd like to take a second to admire the production design, lighting, and camera movements in this scene. How Tarantino moves the camera and pushes in with, of course, the beautiful set design and lighting really lights up the scene and makes it pop. The scene kicks off with music, and I bet what I'm going to say is going to be a surprise to many of you. This scene and the music in the scene provide tension and provide a contrast to Vincent and Mia Wallace. If you don't know, Pulp Fiction is broken up into 3 parts with 3 intertwining stories. The first story is this. Vincent is hired by his boss, Vincent being a hitman, to watch his boss's wife. Vincent knows that he will be dead if anything comes of Mia. And Mia doesn't make it easy on Vincent. Literally, right before this scene, she excuses herself from the table her and Vincent are sitting at to go into the bathroom and snort cocaine. The film makes it abundantly clear, and the scenes leading up to this scene, that Vincent is very uncomfortable and worried. Mia convinces Vincent to go to this restaurant, and Vincent is as collected as he can be during the time when they're seating. But the more Mia talks to him, the more he starts to open up. After going into the bathroom and sniffing that white powdery stuff, she comes out and orders Vincent to get onto the dance floor with her. He feels very uncomfortable about it, but she starts talking smack and saying dumb things, so he gets up there anyway. We see during the scene how Vincent is looking down for most of it. Mia is going completely wild, doing whatever she wants. Vincent seems to be extremely uncomfortable in this scene, being very introverted. Obviously, like I just said, not making eye contact, and of course, not doing any traditional dance moves. That's probably because he's John Travolta. There's our contrast between Mia Wallace and Vincent Vega. Mia is a wild card, just trying to have a fun night without a care in the world, and Vincent is just trying to keep his head. That contrast would not have been drawn, or at least not drawn in such an iconic way, without the music in this scene. The music in this scene is upbeat, which also provides a contrast to the tension we're supposed to feel, or at least the tension that Vincent feels, and matches more of the mood of Mia. The song by itself also creates a mood that juxtaposes and contrasts itself against Mia and Vincent's world. Mia is the wife of a gangster, and Vincent is a hitman for that gangster. This is a relatively naive, happy, upbeat, hip song, and these pretty terrible people, when you think about it, are just dancing, having fun to it. It's like they're grasping a form of innocence that they lost long ago when they chose to live the lives that they are currently living. Whoa, that was deep. Throughout the scene, the general dancing of Vincent becomes more open and wild. He seems to start to get more comfortable dancing with Mia, and in turn, more comfortable with Mia as a whole, which provides even more tension because that is not what Vincent wants. That's what he should be worried about, because this is some crazy coked up chick that will probably try to get him into a lot of trouble if he doesn't play his cards right. I mean, she was already flirting with him as they were sitting down at the table, and now they're dancing wildly, and he's starting to open up to her. That is something that he would want to avoid. Plus, the scene's just fun, and it matches the 60s vibe that Tarantino set up the restaurant to go with. So if you haven't, go watch Pulp Fiction, or just listen to Chuck Berry's You Never Can Tell, which is played in this scene.